Most beginners think project management means making a to-do list, but a to-do list is only the first layer. Real project management is the skill of turning unclear goals, limited time, changing people, and real constraints into finished results. In this video, we will use one simple example, launching a small online course with a team. At each stage, the same project becomes more complex, and the role of project management changes. This is a beginner roadmap, not a certification lecture, not corporate jargon, and not a list of random tools. The goal is to understand what project managers actually learn as they move from tasks to strategy. Here is the roadmap. Stage 1 is task management. Stage 2 is time and priority management. Stage 3 is project planning. These stages help one person turn scattered work into a clear plan. Then the work becomes more human. Stage 4 is team coordination. Stage 5 is risk and stakeholder management. Stage 6 is strategic portfolio thinking, where you decide which projects matter most. Stage 1 is task management. This is the ability to capture work, break it into clear actions, and know what is done, what is in progress, and what has not started yet. In our online course example, this might mean listing tasks like outline the lessons, write the landing page, record the first module, design the slides, and test the checkout page. The beginner mistake is thinking a task list is the same as project management. A list can show work, but it does not automatically show priority, dependency, risk, or whether the project is still worth doing. Once tasks are visible, the next problem appears. Not every task matters equally, and not every task can happen at the same time. Stage 2 is time and priority management. This means deciding what should happen first, what can wait, what blocks other work, and what must be finished before the deadline. In the online course project, recording cannot start before the lesson outline exists. The sales page cannot be finished before the offer is clear. The launch date forces choices. The common misunderstanding is thinking productivity means doing more tasks. In project management, productivity means doing the right work at the right time, so the project keeps moving. This stage matters because poor priority creates hidden delays. A team can look busy while the most important dependency stays untouched. Once tasks and timing are clear, the next stage is turning them into an actual project plan. Stage 3 is project planning. A plan defines the goal, the scope, the timeline, the deliverables, and the constraints. It turns a vague idea into something people can execute. At this stage, the plan should also make ownership clear. Who creates the deliverable, who reviews it, and who decides when it is good enough. For the online course, the plan might define the course topic, the number of lessons, the launch date, the budget, the team members, and what must be ready before launch day. It might also separate must-have work from nice-to-have work, so the team does not accidentally turn a simple course launch into a huge platform redesign. Beginners often think planning means predicting everything perfectly. It does not. A useful plan is not a crystal ball. It is a shared map that helps people notice when reality changes. This stage matters because scope, time, and cost are connected. If the deadline stays fixed and the team is small, the scope may need to change. If the scope grows, something else must give. A plan is not a rigid command. It is a shared judgment tool that helps the team make trade-offs before the project quietly drifts. But a plan alone does not deliver anything. Once more people join the work, project management becomes coordination. Stage 4 is team coordination. This is the ability to align people, roles, communication, progress, and decisions so the project does not depend on everyone guessing what is happening. A coordinated team knows who owns each decision, who needs to be consulted, and where updates should be recorded. In the online course launch, one person may write the lessons, another may edit video, another may build the sales page, and another may answer customer questions. Their work has to connect. If the writer changes a lesson title, the slide designer, editor, and sales page builder may all need the same update. The beginner mistake is thinking coordination means constant meetings. Good coordination is not more meetings. It is clearer roles, better updates, fewer surprises, and faster decisions. This stage matters because most project problems are not technical problems at first. They are handoff problems, expectation problems, decision problems, and communication problems. A missed handoff can create days of delay even when every individual person is working hard. Once a team is moving, the next stage is handling what could go wrong and deciding whose expectations matter. Stage 5 is risk and stakeholder management. A risk is something that might affect the project. A stakeholder is someone who can influence the project or is affected by its result. This is where project management becomes more realistic because the plan has to survive uncertainty and different expectations. In the course launch, a risk might be that recording takes twice as long as expected. A stakeholder might be the instructor, the editor, the audience, the sponsor, or the support team. If support is not prepared for launch week questions, the launch can feel successful on the surface while the customer experience suffers. Beginners often ignore risk until something breaks. Strong project managers do the opposite. They look for uncertainty early, estimate impact, and prepare options before the deadline is already in danger. This stage matters because a project can be on schedule and still fail if the wrong people are surprised. Stakeholder management is about keeping expectations realistic before trust is damaged. Good project managers do not wait until bad news becomes a crisis. They communicate risk early enough for people to choose. Once you can manage one project well, the next question is bigger. What happens when there are many projects competing for the same people, time, and attention? Stage 6 is strategic project thinking. This is where project management becomes less about completing every possible project and more about choosing the projects that create the most value. The question changes from, can we finish this, to, should this be the work we focus on right now? Suppose the team could launch the course, build a new website, start a podcast, and redesign the email system. A strategic view asks which project best supports the goal and which should wait. If the goal is revenue this quarter, finishing the course may matter more than a beautiful internal redesign. The common misunderstanding is thinking a good project manager simply gets more done. At the strategic level, the better skill is deciding what not to do. This stage matters because teams have limited time, limited attention, and limited energy. Project management at the highest level connects work to outcomes, not just activity. Sometimes the most valuable project decision is saying not now, so the team can finish the work that matters most. So the roadmap is not just about becoming more organized. It is about moving from personal task control to strategic judgment. Here is the full roadmap. First, make tasks visible, then manage time and priority, then build a plan, then coordinate people, then manage risk and stakeholders. Finally, connect projects to strategy. If you are a beginner, do not start by memorizing every framework. Start by asking where your current work breaks down. Is it unclear tasks, poor priorities, weak planning, messy communication, unmanaged risk, or bad strategic focus? Project management is not paperwork. It is the skill of turning uncertainty into progress. And once you see the stages, you can stop guessing and start improving the right layer.